You are listening to Unstoppable Actors, the essential podcast for ambitious, unknown actors with me, Louise, the artistic director of Standby Method Acting Studio. And for the last 13 years, I've been taking unknown actors with blank CVs all the way to Netflix dramas, Amazon Prime films, TV soaps, and stage plays around the world. And every week I'll be talking with you and sharing how you can become a paid working unstoppable actor, because you 1000% can. An acting career is doable. Are you ready to dive into the episode? Hello and welcome back to the Unstoppable Actors podcast. If you are a regular listener, I absolutely love having you here. Thank you so much for tuning in to each and every episode that I record for you. It's my absolute pleasure and honour to be able to share all things acting with you. Obviously, I'm a method acting coach, so that's what I specialise in and what I focus on. But I also focus on the business of acting and mindset, and so I love creating these episodes for you. And if you are new and you've just found us either on Audible or Spotify or Google Podcasts or even on our website, wherever you've found us, welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope this will be the first of many episodes that you listen to. I hope you will tune into the future ones and all of the past ones as well, because my aim is to help you become an unstoppable actor, which you are more than capable of being. And so if you enjoy these episodes, I would really love to hear from you, because I never really know who I'm doing the episodes for. It's me sat here recording and I don't know who's listening. So when I do get feedback or comments or DMs on Insta, it's really lovely to be able to put faces to the listeners. And one of those people is Massimo. So he commented on the episode, The 5 Essentials All Standout Auditions Contain, and he said, invaluable knowledge, taught the only way with passion. Thank you so much for leaving that comment, Massimo. It really made my day. It's so lovely to see your profile picture on there, so I know who I'm recording these episodes for, and I'm really, really glad that you took so much from that episode. So thank you so much. I've also got another comment from Ashley Marie on a different episode, and she says, you mentioned various method acting techniques but provide little detail on how to do them. I know you can't share all, but for us poor people it'd be useful to practice until we can afford paid classes with you. So we appreciate your comment, Ashley, and thank you so much for sharing that. There is a reason that I don't go into detail with the method acting exercises, because even though anybody can pick them up, you don't have to be of an advanced level. The techniques are advanced. And so I like to work with integrity. And what I've noticed after, it's coming up to 14 years of me coaching actors, I've noticed if I share something and that actor then doesn't get guidance, like practical guidance, that what they tend to do is train themselves into bad habits with the exercises. And that's not what I want. My aim is always to make you, not to make you, but to help you become an actor that stands out. And so I don't want to risk actors doing these exercises and then getting them wrong, because it is so easy to do that when something is so new. And that's not a reflection on you or anyone. There is a saying which is confusion before clarity. And that's how it always works with something new. So the way I like to work is hands-on with people. And that's why, if you're not in a position to be able to pay for classes at the moment, is why I offer a free workshop every single month on a different area of acting. So if you want to come and join that, you are more than welcome to do that. We've got one coming up on the 24th of March. It's completely free of charge. And this is called the Method Acting Booster. Turbocharge your talent, become the go-to pro actor. I would absolutely love to have as many of you join me in that workshop as you possibly can. It's going to be very insightful. I'm going to go through the 3 method acting exercises with you beyond what I can offer you in this podcast and beyond what I can offer you in the episodes, to help you give your acting a boost, to help you turbocharge your talent, to help you start raising your game in the industry so you stand out and you do become that pro actor that people want to hire. So if you want to join that workshop, the link is bit.ly/method acting booster, all in lowercase. And I've also left the link underneath the episode for you. If you are one of those actors who's got a little bit of money for training, perhaps you can't, you don't have the money right now for the 10-week method acting modules, then I would encourage you to join the Method Actor Circle. That's £27 a month. The training that you get in there is absolutely invaluable. These classes are online And you will get techniques in there that you get to use with me practically, where I can offer you guidance and feedback and coaching. And so I just want to read out, before we dive into the episode itself, I want to read out a comment that I got from Connor on Instagram yesterday, actually. He said, "Hi, Louise," and he's a member of the Method Actor Circle, by the way. He said, "Hi, Louise, hope you're doing well. Just wanted to send a bit of good news / feedback. I've just finished my stint as Sir Wilfred Roberts in witness for the prosecution after using the tools you've taught me. I used the total character immersion process to develop Sir Wilfred and felt that I had a nicely fleshed out character with his own life and mannerisms. I also had an issue on stage where I'd made an error, which I successfully covered up, but it got my heart and brain going. While there was a break in my lines and action, I was able to go back to the chair relaxation exercises to refocus myself back into the present moment so that I could react to Sir Wilfred and continue the play confidently. Thank you." So that's the reason I don't go into detail with the exercises in the episodes, because they need that hands-on coaching. And so because Connor has been showing up to the classes in the Method Actor Circle, and I've been able to keep spotting where he's falling back into bad habits and then coach him out of them, that's why he's then able to stand on his own 2 feet and, use these exercises successfully in the middle of a performance. And that's what I want for you. So you've got 2 options. You can either join the Method Actor Circle, which is £27 a month. I've popped the link underneath the episode, or you can come and join the free class on the 24th of March. Both of these are online, and the link for that is also under the episode as well. So shall we jump into the episode itself? So today's episode is all about the most overlooked method acting exercise, so no 2 characters are the same. I'm really excited to share my insights with you on this, because a lot of actors, and again, I observe a lot of things within the classes and all the actors that I coach. So a lot of actors over the last nearly 14 years of me coaching them tend to do one thing with characters. And if you're all approaching them in the same way, then you're not really allowing yourself to stand out. And that's what I want from you. I want for you to be able to stand out. So whilst you're at this stage in your career where you haven't got the profile just yet, and you're working towards that, your talent is the thing that you have to fall back on, and that's what people see, and that's what allows you to get opportunities landing at your feet so you can start to grow your career. So I want to read out 3 statements, and as I read them out, I want you to tune into your body, and I would like you to notice what happens in your body when I read these statements out. So the first one is a director saying to you, "You are the most exciting newest actor I've seen in a long time." The second one is from an agent, and they say to you, "Of course I had to sign you. Your talent can't be overlooked. You are going to go far." And then the third one is from a casting director who's just seen you audition, and you've just walked out of the room, and they turn to their casting assistant and say, "How have I never heard of this actor before? Call them back for another audition. I need to see them." So as you've heard these 3 statements, what happened in your body? Did you feel excited? Did you get the excited, tingly butterflies in your belly? Because these 3 things can absolutely be said about you. You've just got to do something different with your acting. And at Standby, we've got a saying that I would love you to adopt. And that saying is the craft first for long-term success. Because when this becomes your mantra, when you repeat this to yourself, this extends to your character work too. And there is a super powerful method acting exercise that you can use that is so overlooked. And I'm saying that twice because it's that important. And it will ensure that no 2 characters look the same. And it will allow you to stand out because it gets you to do something different. So how most actors are approaching characters is with the emotions. They're going in for that first. They're trying to make that emotional connection. And what they're doing is they're judging their work based on whether they made an emotional connection or not. And they're making this the biggest part of the character work. Now, emotional work is important. Of course it is. Do not stop doing that. Continue with that. However, have you ever walked down the street and thought, "Oh my God, everybody looks like me. They sound like me. They've got the same accent as me. My God, everybody's like a clone of me." Have you ever thought that? Absolutely not. Of course you haven't, because we're all unique. We all have our own essence. And this is expressed by a behaviour, by a voice, by our mannerisms, by our accent, and our own unique energy. Now, what brings us all together as humans is this universal experience of emotions. We all feel emotions in very similar ways. We all understand emotions. We know what they feel like in our body. We know what it's like to feel anger. We know what it's like to feel sadness. We know what it's like to feel joy, surprise, disgust, excitement, all of these emotions. We know what they feel like, and we all experience all of those emotions. But the thing that makes us unique is our essence, and that's our physical world. So with characters, there are two parts. There's the inner world and the outer world. And just to make this super, super clear for you, the emotional world is the inner world. And that's why I'm saying, don't stop on the emotional work. Keep that up. That's important. You are 50% of the way there. Well done. Keep doing it. But do not neglect the outer world. So the outer world is the voice, the accent, the mannerisms, the walk, the essence, the thing that makes that person unique. So now you've got to use that as well as inspiration. You've got to consider that in creating a character, because both are equally important. Do not overlook one in favour of the other if you are absolutely determined to become a world-class, versatile, highly sought after, the go-to actor. If that's what you want to be, you've got to put the effort into both the inner world and the outer world. So what is the exercise we use then for the outer world? It's the animal exercise. To go back to Ashley Marie's point, am I going to go through everything in the animal exercise in a 15-minute episode? No, because it's quite a detailed exercise. However, I'm going to go through bits of it with you so you can now consider this the next time you are tasked with creating a character. So with the animal exercise, you study an animal that matches the quality of the character to create their outer world. And of course, you can use this to create their inner world as well, their essence, because their essence is the energy that's inside of them. So let me give you an example. I forgot what the actor is called now, actually. I forgot his name. This was like back in the 60s or 50s. Anyway, it doesn't matter who he was, but he was playing Willy Loman in Arthur Miller's play Death of a Salesman. Now, Willy Loman is suicidal in this, and he's got a lot of pressure on him. You know, he's the family man, he's got 3 sons, they're struggling financially, he's working in sales. And so the actor whose name I just can't remember, I'm so sorry, but the actor who played him chose to create the character of Willy Loman based on an elephant. So he used the animal exercise to create the physicality of Willy Loman and the essence of his personality, and he chose an elephant because the elephant is very heavy, and that heaviness matches that essence that Willy Loman has got, which is the weight of the world on his shoulders. So he's used the animal to create the physicality of the character and that inner essence of Willy Loman. So what you do is you study that animal. As I've already said, you choose an animal who matches the quality of the character, you study them, and then you marry this with the emotional work that most of you are already doing anyway. And this is what helps you create an iconic character. So it is a very physically demanding exercise, and it requires a keen eye for detail, and it requires the ability to manipulate your body. So again, you know, it's not something that I can teach you in detail in a 15-minute episode, but my main aim with this episode is that you start to think about, what animals match the characters that I'm playing? Which ones have similar qualities or a similar essence to the character I'm playing? So you can not only just do the emotional work, but you can start to draw upon the animal to create the physical world as well. It's a really, really, really good exercise because what it does is it gets you to manipulate your body and consider the voice and consider their walk and their posture. That's what allows you then to create characters that do not look the same. So if we think about Marlon Brando, some of you will have heard of him and some of you won't have. If you don't know who he is, please do Google him. So Marlon Brando used the animal exercise to create many of his characters. and he won countless awards for his work. But one of the standout characters that he did was Vito Corleone in The Godfather. And to create the essence of that character, the physical world and the essence, the energetic essence of their personality, he used a bulldog, and he drew upon that to help him create that essence and that physical world for the character. And then, of course, he would do the emotional work as well and draw upon all these different exercises to connect to the emotions. And that's what allowed him to win awards for his work. Now, you might not be motivated by winning awards, and that's okay if you're not. And for some of you, you are. But I know what all of you want to do is you want to create those standout characters that stay in the hearts and the minds of your audiences. This is why animal exercise is very, very important. But even just for now, start considering which animals you can draw upon in your work to create these characters that have got their own unique life. Because at the end of the day, you've got to go back to that saying that Stanislavski said, which is, we are holding a mirror up to the human condition, to society. And humans, whilst we are emotional creatures, we are all unique and individual as well. So that's also an important part of our craft as an actor, is to show the individuality in the human essence as well. So just remember, if you want to take these lessons further, you can grab your free place at the workshop on Sunday, the 24th of March. And just to remind you again, that workshop is the Method Acting Booster, Turbocharge Your Talent, Become the Go-To Pro Actor. And if you want a free place there, the link is bit.ly/Method Acting Booster, all in lowercase, or you can just click the link underneath the episode. I really hope this has given you some food for thought and a bit more insight in how you create and approach your characters. And of course, I would love to hear from you as well. So if you want to leave me a comment on Spotify, on our website, or wherever you're listening to this, please do. You can also email us, podcast@standbymethod.com. You can drop me an email, or you can go over to our Instagram page, Standby Method Acting Studio, and you can DM me. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I hope you've enjoyed listening to this episode and soaking up the lessons as much as I've loved delivering them to you. And I hope to see you in the workshop on the 24th. See you soon. I've absolutely loved hanging out with you, and I really hope you found this episode inspiring. If you have, please do rate the podcast and hit follow so you never miss an episode, and I can help more actors like you. And come and join one of the most supportive, uplifting acting communities on socials, the Unstoppable Actors Facebook group, where you'll get your weekly injection of inspiration, networking, and receive your free Method Actors Handbook so you can become an unstoppable actor.